I'm gonna keep it really real with you here right now, just being where I'm at. So I think I know there's somebody else out there that can benefit from this. Alright, so I have talked a little bit about my self-diagnosis of borderline personality disorder spectrum. I say spectrum because I'm really starting to come to terms with, God, that's really what triggered the whole thought. Like, look, I'll walk around the grocery store and we are all mentally neurodivergent, let's say. But specifically, my experience and this place. From what I have read about this condition, the self-loathing is almost, if not absolutely, incomparable to anything else. You know, I'm going to try to just real quick break down remind myself and anybody else that needs to hear it, wants to hear it, the 9 traits. I'm probably not going to get on that of BPD. Suicidal ideation is one of them. The borderline personality are 30% more likely than any other diagnosis to successfully commit suicide. 30% more likely than any other. Constant fear of abandonment, rejection. Let's see. I'm also looking for some obvious evidence for a couple things to look for. And yes, I did use a little canvas. So, fear of rejection, suicidal thoughts, fear of abandonment, really is what's wrapped up in there. Extreme behavior. Wow, damn, I need to go back and look at this. If I wasn't high, I could probably rattle off a little easier, but I'm gonna go look it up real quick. I'm gonna go G-spot and be right back. Alright, I'm back. Boy, I tell you, the more you look at this kind of stuff, the more you just like, this one is a ringer, y'all. It's like there's like crossovers between, BPD and bipolar and even narcissism. I mean, narcissism, like clinical narcissism, is one that's seems like it would be a similar death sentence. I guess I feel like I can say this, that I do not have narcissistic BPD because I genuinely, I look back at my life and I care about people. I know that I care about people. I know that so much of what I've desired to do in this world is just to help to help the human condition. And so as I have been exploring my own particular condition and seeing that as a part of it, potential part of it, really just try to really deeply self-assess. What am I fucking doing? Who am I being? So anyway, the 9 traits of BPD, as they're classified, are intense mood swings, chronic feelings of emptiness, paranoia / dissociative tendencies, is that 3, impulsive behavior, I'll go look again real quick. Unstable self-image, unstable relationships, and there's one more. Self-harm / suicidal tendencies, which I already mentioned. So I think I got all 9 there. I may have missed one. I don't know. I'm not stressed about it because I know when I have looked into this over and over that flat out I have I have all 9, and it's 5 traits are generally used to diagnose. Like if someone exhibits 5 traits of BPD, then they're generally considered having that condition. So, I guess I can go ahead and check out now. Let me pause it for a minute here. I'll grab one more thing. So, the thing is, where this whole thought process was coming from while I sat down and recorded this video is because I have been, reassessing myself because of behaviors that I see recurring or being pointed out to me, people that love me, and because I love them and love myself, I'm really like want to just continue to get better. So along those lines, there are, oh boy, this is a big thing. Like I'm happy to, like, hey, I can see you again. The glue, I forgot my glue. Slide past you real quick. I'm sorry. Thank you. And so, yeah, I have verbally expressed my struggles with mainstream therapy because I have seen flat out so many therapists who are just very unwell, that are, doing therapy, which is something that has been a criticism of me. Not that I'm necessarily unwell, that hasn't been the accusation, but that I'm not a therapist. And so, very, very unwell therapists are highly respected, and sometimes very healthy non-therapists who are doing therapeutic work are publicly derided. And so, for someone who has borderline personality disorder, that does not help with the stability of the self-image. So that's a big reason why I've kind of struggled with that so much, I think. So anyway, what this whole thing came from, a little high ramble here, that again, I help to comfort myself first and foremost, because I'm the center of my universe, and so are you. And secondly, anybody else that might be struggling, living with somebody like me, or experiencing this themselves, is that, yes, I am walking around this grocery store and seeing all these people. And at first I'm thinking, like, as I'm walking through here, I'm thinking, ooh, I'm a fucked up individual. I have a profound mental illness. I am incurable. I actually heard therapists, actually quite an unhealthy therapist that I worked with, let's talk about how borderline personality was incurable, and these people are just crazy and there's no helping them. So I was kind of walking around feeling that is one of the tendencies, right? You have this thing and you start to acknowledge it and recognize it, and you're not a complete jackass just trying to push everybody over and be an unhealthy borderline, then you will come to terms with what a fuck you can be. And so I'm just imagining that everybody here knows what a fuck I am, which I'm really not. I fuck up, and that's not something I've been able to say to myself for a very long time, which is one way that I know I'm getting healthier, is that I am able to say I'm not a complete fuck up. I do intend well, and I do work well, and I do love strongly, and so I'm not that I used to call myself. Sorry. It's worth it, I promise. And so, as I started to go down that hole of, what a unhealthy, problematic person I am, I caught myself, recognized I'm like this for a reason. There were conditions that occurred, be they genetic and historical and completely out of my control, or be they familial and social, also completely out of my control. This is something I was given, blessed with. How is it a blessing? I'll continue to try to understand that, come to terms with that. Watch me here. Just bear with me for a minute. I don't want to do a bunch of editing, you know what I'm saying? And so, as I was exploring the question of how this could be a blessing, I was looking around at all these people, first feeling like I am just deplorably incapable of being a normal functioning human being, and looking around me and realizing that nobody is. Nobody is a fully functioning. I mean, maybe there's some like masters up in the mountains somewhere or something. There's definitely people who have mastered being human, so I'm gonna say that there's nobody. But I'm sure anybody in Kroger. I'm looking around, I'm like, God, we fucked up. And it's true, we are. We've come out of some crazy conditions. There are even crazier conditions, most likely headed our way. And it's okay. It's okay. So, what is my blessing? I think that's what I've come to conclude in this moment. You're fine. Is that a healthy borderline, and those conditions that I mentioned. I didn't really mention that this is like the most intense. Well, I say this is one of the most severe mental illnesses, and one of the reasons being because you feel so fucking strongly. I've heard it stated before that being a BPD is like being a 4th degree burn patient walking around without any clothes on, or that's just like walking around with open burn wounds, and I absolutely believe that to be true. I've started to understand that as, empathy. Come on, let me. I went out the wrong way. Kroger trying to stop me. I've come to start recognizing the power in that, the ability in that, to be beneficial. I didn't know that I felt everybody's feelings, when I was a kid. The one thing growing up, I would be told by someone who, cares about me, but is significantly unhealthy themselves and refuses to try to come to terms with any of that, was that I set the tone when I came into a room. And that can be true, or it's maybe all the way true. We all do to an extent, but I know that I have a significant influence, and that is a result of this empathic sensitivity, because everything is a pendulum, right? It's both ways. As empathic as I can be, feeling other people's feelings, I can be the same. I don't know, exopathic, is that what we would say? And other people can feel what I'm feeling. And so that's its own thing. But what I'm finally at the end here, I'm finally getting into what it was that I really wanted to share with you, is that a healthy borderline. As I get closer to that, one of the reasons that we are can be so valuable, and one of the blessings of this curse, is that as we get healthy and we can love ourselves through this condition. So if you can love yourself through being a borderline, man, you can love yourself as a borderline, you can love anybody, and that love can be felt by everybody. So that's my goal. That's what I'm working on. It is not easy. It's not easy at all, but we are making progress. What's going on? How you doing?
Not much. What we got?
Oh, all kinds of goodies. Let me just turn my
Especially
camera off
school
here. Thanks for being here.
posters.
Well, not school, but vision boards. You ever do a vision board?
No.
No? Like take pictures of things that you want to see in your life and then put them on the board. And
No.
it's fun. It's a fun thing to do.
It almost reminds me of a lemonade stand too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you ever have a lemonade stand as a kid?
Yes.
Me too.
It was really fun. I miss doing it.
I mean, you still can.
Yeah, but
You can
then
still do it.
wait a minute, you're too old.
Yeah, well, and as you get older, you need more money.
Do you want your lemonade? And they go, yes. Okay, then 50 cents.
I mean, you kind of, in a way, are working a lemonade stand here.
Yeah, I mean, they're good.
I did, yeah. Oh, the old lemonade stand. I also tried to do the baseball card trading. You ever get into any collector stuff?
Yeah, I've been doing that at Game Exchange.
Oh yeah, what's that?
Pokemon cards, Magic cards,
Okay.
Yu-Gi-Oh, controllers, TVs, pins,
Okay, so you're a collector.
plushies.
Cool. Everybody's got their thing. I got
Oh, yeah.
I got snakes.
Okay, no. I don't think there's a good barcode on your poor doggy's tree.
I do also have a great little puppy.
There you
too.
go.
Sweet, awesome, wonderful.
I mean, you guys spoiled the dog anyway.
So what?
You guys spoiled the dog anyway.
This
to
dog,
keep him away from the snakes.
I'm definitely spoiling this little puppy. My 14-year-old dog passed away about a month ago, and I just got a new little puppy who is amazing. So yes, spoiling the puppy. You have a wonderful day. I'm good. Don't need it. Thanks though. Have a good one. That is the fucking it right there. That is it. I have seen this numerous times. I've done this yes. Our energy is contagious. Our energy is contagious. Just saw that right there. She gave me a free dog bone. She gave me a free dog bone. It's right here, whatever. Long as you ring up, take it. Let's do this together, y'all. We have to do it together. We cannot do it on our own. I can't do it without you. We cannot do it on our own. So, here we are. Doing it together.